Jeff, how exhaustive of a search has this been for you?
It's been pretty exhausting. We had about 60 applicants, and the phone calls never stopped, the emails never stopped, and even today, now I'm getting messages that they want to be an assistant coach here, or somebody wants to be a volunteer coach, or whatever. But it's been good, and it's been a great process.
What was the number one thing that went into this search for you?
Well, I think it's somebody that understands what Liberty is about and embraces our mission. And after that, I think, you have to get a great baseball guy who's going to lead our program. We want to get to Omaha and win it just like everybody else does. So, once we find out who the guys are that really are Christian guys that would come in here and be the great mentors that we need them to be, then you're finding out, okay, who's the best baseball guy, and Scott Jacskson was that person.
You've known Scott for a long time, since he was here before. I mean, how much of a forethought was he, going into this at the beginning?
He was. I thought he would be interested, and he was. There were some other people that I thought might be interested that did not show an interest, which is great and fine. But, yeah, I had Scott in the back of my mind from the beginning, and to be honest with you, I haven't seen him much. We've played North Carolina a few times, and I've talked to him after the games on the field for just, a brief moment. But, boy, has he matured over the 8 years at North Carolina, and he is really ready to be our head coach.
That 1 year he spent here, did that kind of separate him a little bit because he did have an understanding of the culture maybe some guys wouldn't?
I think it does. A lot of times people will come to Liberty and they think they know what it is, and it may not be exactly what they think. But when you bring somebody back that's been here and understands the good and the bad and all the things that go into a university, and everybody has that, as we know, if you bring in somebody that's been here and understands that and still wants to be here, that's a special candidate.
The expectations are high because there's been success here already. Just his ability to kind of look into a player's eyes and say, I've done it, I've experienced it. How key was that?
Well, it was very key, and I will tell you, when we interviewed him, he just blew everybody out. Everybody just kind of looked at us and went, wow, that was amazing. So he has that impact. He will have that impact with the players. And, Coach Toman and his staff, this cupboard is not bare. We have good, solid foundation. We've got a beautiful stadium, and a lot of the pieces are in place with some quality players. And he is a great developer of talent. That was a big part of our search. And I think he'll get in there and roll up his sleeves in August when the kids come back, and he will develop these guys, and we'll just see them get better and better.
Jeff, I know you and Jim had worked together for quite a while and probably had a pretty good understanding of each other. How do you feel your working relationship will be with Coach Jacskson?
It's going to be great. He gets me, I get him. We both are on the same page. We want the same thing, and have no worries at all.
Jeff, with Coastal experiencing the success they had last season, how important for you was it to get someone who had experience of what Omaha was like and what extended postseason run was like?
It was very important. And speaking of that, congratulations to Coastal Carolina on their run, their national championship. And I think one thing it did for us was it actually extended our candidate pool, because people realize that if you can get there out of the Big South, and Coastal can do that, then certainly Liberty can do that too. We feel like we have just as much potential, if not more than they do, to make that happen. So if anybody can get us there, Scott Jacskson can do it, and we're excited to see it happen.